Butler, your piano's arrived. Yes? 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 Yes, I'll tell him. If you'd just like to take it straight through.
Sorry?
Down the end of the corridor, to the far end of the gymnasium, and if you could just pop it on the platform.
You just couldn't give me a hand down the step, could you?
Oh, right, yes. I'll take this then, shall I?
Yeah.
Carol, are you sure you should be doing that?
Oh, I'm sorry, Laura. It's just he was all on his own.
It's all right, I'll take care of it.
I'll be all right if I can just catch my breath.
Well, you certainly took your time, didn't you?
Sorry?
I was told 10 o'clock and it's... What is this?
We think it's a piano, Mr. Brittas.
We have a man travelling all the way from the Leningrad Conservatory to give his first concert in the free world. I think he deserves something better than the throw-out for the public bar of the Dog and Duck. I was told I was going to get a concert grand.
I'm very sorry, son.
Don't you son me, it's Mr. Brittas, the people who can't deliver the proper piano.
Right, Mr. Brittas.
Wrong?
It's all right, my darling, with you in one moment. Now, did I ask for this piano?
Well,
No, I did not.
Gordon?
It's all right, darling. I want you to put this heat back on your van and get me a proper one.
Gordon, this is your father.
Dad! Dad! What are you doing here, Dad?
I'm sorry if I've called it a bad time, Mr. Brittas.
This is my dad, everyone. I don't believe it. What are you doing with the piano?
It's for you, Gordon.
Your mother always wanted you to have it. I won't have room for it, you see. Not now I'm moving into the sheltered accommodation.
Are you?
Yeah. I took it round to your house,
But I said I thought you'd much rather have it in your office, Gordon.
Mum's old piano. Do you know she died while I was playing this?
All your music as well, Gordon.
Our piano was burnt, wasn't it, darling?
Yes, it was.
Unfortunately, Helen took it out to the back garden to give it a good clean and accidentally spilt a bottle of white spirit all over it. What happened then, darling?
We think it was a spark from the neighbour's bonfire, don't we?
Yes, so it was. By the time I got back from work, it was just a pile of ashes. A piano again. That's wonderful, Dad.
Oh, I'm glad you like it, son. So, this is the new place, is it?
You've never been here, Mr. Brittas?
No. I was hoping Gordon might be able to show me round, but I can see you probably wouldn't have the time.
Listen to him. Of course I have. Always got time for me old dad. I've just got to make one quick phone call. We got a concert on here tonight.
A concert?
Helen, I'll take a mug of tea and a biscuit and I'll be with you in 5 minutes, all right?
That'll be grand, son.
The restroom, I think, Helen.
This way, Dad. This is Carol, our receptionist.
Soul to the earth, Laura. Everything I am, I owe to that man.
I must remember to thank him, Mr. Brittas.
Judy, get those piano people on the phone for me. I want to know what's happening.
I've already rung.
So where's my concert grand?
Nobody knows. It's been stolen from the warehouse in Croydon.
What?
It's all right. They found you another one. They've had 4 men driving all night to bring it from Cardiff.
So why isn't it here? Get me that number.
Apparently they broke down in Swindon and had to carry the piano 1.5 miles to where they could hire another van. They've had quite a time by the sound of it. But the man on the phone was very sorry.
Judy, I'm afraid being sorry isn't always good enough. People do not spend good money on concert tickets to watch a man being sorry. Hello, yes, Gordon Brittas. Let me make my position perfectly clear. In about 3 hours' time, my gymnasium will be filled with several hundred people, many of them tremendously influential, expecting to hear a piano recital. No, you listen to me.
It's arrived.
What?
The piano. They're just backing up the van to unload.
Not before time. I don't believe it. Can't these people read?
Hello? Yes, the van's outside. Well, he's just noticed they're using the disabled parking space. 2 days without sleep. Well, I'm sure Mr. Bridges will be careful what he says.
Yes. Piano's arrived.
Yeah, no, do you want to come and watch? This should be good.
30 staff? Has he really got 30 staff?
I suppose it must be about that.
Oh, and all taking orders from my Gordon. It's amazing, isn't it?
I think so, yes.
He's certainly come a long way from Jellicoe Mansions, Romford.
You're very proud of him, aren't you, Mr. Brittas?
Oh, no complaints, Laura. Both my boys have done well for themselves.
There's another one.
Oh, yes. Twins.
Gordon and Horatio.
I'd no idea.
Of course, Horatio went into the church.
Yes, you probably read about him in the paper, Laura. The place where they had the knife fight during the Lenten Vigil.
Sounds like a rough area.
Little Chublington. Wouldn't have thought so.
They're a generous community, though. Raise a lot of money for missionary work.
Oh, yes, that's the fund to send a ratio to the Lebanon, isn't it, Dad?
That's the one. Do you know what he's done now?
Gavin.
It's unbelievable. He's refusing to take delivery of the piano unless they can guarantee it's not made of Brazilian hardwood.
Gavin, this is Mr. Brittas' father.
That man is a complete idiot. What?
This is my father-in-law, Gavin.
Mr. Brittas?
Jim, please.
Hello.
Some sort of problem, is there?
No, nothing. Just, somebody's upsetting the piano movers rather a lot.
Tell you what I'd do.
What?
I'll get my Gordon onto that one. He's your man for sorting things out.
That's it, is it? We're just going to leave it here, are we? Just because someone happens to care about the South American rainforests. I wouldn't be surprised if that keyboard isn't ivory as well.
It's bad news, I'm afraid, Mr. Brittas.
What?
About the flags.
I'm extremely busy, Colin.
I managed to get the Union Jacks at Rumblow's Buy British sale. But a Russian flag, I've tried everywhere.
Well, improvise, Colin. Make one. A hammer, a sickle and a piece of red cloth. Just be grateful he's not from Paraguay. Don't have to draw an armadillo or something.
Right, Mr. Brittas. The other thing was the shelves.
Colin, I have problems with my own at the moment.
Oh, the piano's arrived.
Very observant, Colin.
So, what's the problem?
The problem is how a visiting pianist from Leningrad is going to play a piano that's stuck on its side in the middle of the main entrance.
I see.
Where's Gavin? Oh, there you are.
Oh, ready when you are, son.
Pardon?
I'll just finish this mug of tea that young Ellen so kindly made me.
You're going to give your father a tour of the building, Gordon?
Yes, Dad. We're going to have to put that one on the back burner for a few more minutes, I'm afraid. Slight crisis outside. Gavin, could you round up Tim and a couple of others and bring that to reception, please?
Yes, Mr. Brittas.
Anything I can do, Gordon?
Very nice of you to volunteer, my love. We have to move a piano. Rather heavy work for the female frame.
Looking after you all right, is she, Dad?
Oh, certainly is. In fact, Ellen was just saying...
Excellent.
Mr. Brittas, is it all right if I still go home at 7?
Home? Why?
If you remember, my stepmother and her 2 daughters are going to a rather grand ball. And they want me to stay at home and clean the kitchen.
Right. You do realise that'll mean missing the concert, don't you?
Yes, Mr. Brittas.
Could you not touch that, please?
What?
Could you not touch the piano, please? It's a rather valuable instrument, and if you don't know what you're doing, you could damage the tuning.
I am Vladimir Petrov.
Yes, well, when you learn how to read English, you'll understand that we're closed today because we're having a concert. Mr. Petrov! Welcome to Whitbury Newtown Leisure Centre, Gordon Brittas. Not too hot for you, I hope?
What?
Well, you're more used to snow, aren't you? In Leningrad, I mean.
Oh.
Yeah. Well, perhaps you'd like to come to the gymnasium where you're going to be playing this evening.
Thank you.
Don't you touch that. I'll get one of the staff to move that for you. Carol?
Yes, Miss Brittas. How may I help you?
Perhaps you'd like to take Mr. Petrov's suitcase to his dressing
Yes,
room.
Miss Brittas.
Please, I am quite able.
No. You leave that to Carol. Frankly, between you and me, she needs the exercise. She's getting a little bit pudgy.
I think she is a most attractive woman.
Who?
Your car.
Now that's interesting, because over here we don't see anything attractive in her at all.
Your son's success means a lot to you, doesn't it, Mr. Brittas?
Oh, it does, Laura. You see, I never managed to do much with my life. I've been... Well, let's be honest, I've been a failure, haven't I?
Oh, you shouldn't say that, Dad. You've raised a family, you've done all sorts of things.
Do you know what I wanted most in the world when I was a teenager, Helen?
No, I can't think.
I wanted to be an astronomer.
Really?
Yeah. I was 15 years old and I asked my mum and dad if I could stay on at school and, pass an exam or something. But Dad just laughed. If you want to look at the stars, he said, we can fix that.
And that's how you started as a night watchman.
40 years, Helen. 40 years I spent looking after breeze blocks for Wigmore Concrete Fabrications. Yes, all very worthwhile, but wasn't my dream, was it?
What a sad story.
Yeah, that's why I vowed that if I ever had children, I'd make sure it never happened to them. Our dreams are the most important things we have.
Mr. Brittas has a dream.
You've got to have a dream, Laura, because if you don't have a dream...
How are you going to have a dream come true?
Precisely.
You know, Vlad, I was thinking, when this lot's over, you and I should get together and do a couple of duets. What do you reckon?
May I?
Certainly. I think I'll go and sort out your piano now, Vlad. Have you got everything you need?
If you have one, I would like a rogue.
Sorry?
A rogue
A rogue, right?
to sit on.
Oh, yes, I know what you mean, Vlad. In this country, we have chairs, you see? Chairs.
Niet, a rogue for stretching, relaxing on the floor.
You mean individual exercise mat? Now I'm with you, Vlad. We've got plenty of those. Here we go. Individual exercise mat. Just help yourself, all right? Mind your fingers, Vlad. Well, if you're sure there's nothing else, Vlad, I've got a sneaking suspicion that you and I are going to be a big hit tonight. I can feel it. There. Where on earth is Gavin? He was Colin, what are you doing?
I think I've solved your problem, Mr. Brittas.
Which problem?
About how a man can play the piano sideways.
Colin, that is a hoist for lifting disabled swimmers out of the pool.
That's right, Mr. Brittas, and it works perfectly.
Pardon?
Well, you see, he just climbs into that sling. We press the button here. Up he goes. Where he stops, nobody knows. And there he is, ready to play the piano.
Colin, do I take it that you spent the last half an hour working out how a visiting pianist from Leningrad can be strung up by his trousers to play a piano sideways?
Yes, Mr. Brittas. I think it was so simple.
Was it really?
Yes. And then when he's finished, we just spin him back out here, and he takes his bow. I wonder what the problem is now.
Colin, I have a little suggestion. You know the attic storeroom on the 3rd floor?
Yes, Mr. Brittas?
I want you to take that dummy up there with a commode and a glass of water.
Yes, Mr. Brittas?
I want you to lock yourself in there and swallow the key, and we'll see you when nature's taken its course, probably about Tuesday. Gavin, there you are.
What do you want us to do, Mr. Brittas?
I'm afraid we've been rather let down by the removal men.
I thought that was the caterers.
I'm in a hurry, Tim. I want you to take that piano and put it on the platform in the gymnasium, please.
Just the 4 of us?
Just the 3 of you. Let me know as soon as it's done. I'll be in my office.
Are you all right, Colin?
I know he doesn't mean to, Tim. But sometimes Mr. Brittas can be really hurtful.
You see, Laura, I never had the money to send them to fancy schools or anything, but, well, I've always believed that the most important thing a parent can give his child is a belief in himself.
Sounds like quite a tall order, Mr. Brittas. My parents settled for sitting up straight and having a clean handkerchief.
Praise, Laura.
Sorry?
That's the secret, praise. Ever since he was tiny, I've always told Gordon that if he wanted, he could achieve anything. Anything at all.
What do you think? I've got to present the bouquet at the end of the concert.
Oh, Helen, that's lovely.
You look a picture. Gordon will be proud of you.
Yes. Yes, good.
So, Mr. Brittas, you think that constant praise from a very early age is enough?
Oh, I do, Laura, yes. Start when they're young, carry on year after year, and they'll go out into life with an unshakable belief that they can really do something with their abilities.
I see.
Yeah. Of course, you can always tell the ones who didn't get it.
Can you?
Oh, yeah, see them all the time. Indecisive, anxious, dosing themselves up with tranquilizers.
You don't think the bow's a bit too much?
No, Helen, really, it's fine.
Oh, I don't know why I said I'd do this. I hate standing up in front of people. I now look a complete idiot. I never know what to say.
Helen, what were your parents like?
What? Oh, it's pretty average, I think. I think I was a bit of a disappointment to them, really.
Why?
Well, you see, my father would have inherited the jam factory if I'd been a boy. But I wasn't. Oh, I was terrible at school as well. I was only ever really good at one thing. That got me thrown out when I was 16.
Never quite sure where to go with your life, were you, Helen? Till Gordon came along.
Gordon, yes.
What's wrong?
It won't fit. It won't go around the corner.
Well, not even on its side.
No, we've tried that.
Well, I suppose we'd better drag it out and round to the fire doors now.
Oh, but what about the oil tanker?
What oil tanker?
There's an oil tanker parked slap in front of the fire doors.
That's terrible. If the piano won't fit in the hall, what'll happen to Mr. Brittas' concert?
Well, I suppose you'll have to cancel it.
Oh, I'd better tell him.
Oh, poor Mr. Brittas will be so upset.
Yes. Yes, he will, won't he? Hang on, Gavin, I'm coming with you.
I thought Tim and the others were moving this piano.
Well, it wouldn't fit in the hall, so they've got to tell Mr. Brittas.
All of them?
Well, Gavin's actually going to tell him, but the others wanted to watch.
Carol, I didn't know you played the piano.
No, I don't. It's just that you know.
I'd no idea.
I used to dream of being a concert pianist when I was little. But my parents made me give it up. They said it would be more sensible to do extra domestic science.
Oh, dear.
They sold our piano to put me through a Max Factor beauty course. They said it was more important to get a man. I suppose they were right.
They screw you up, your mum and dad.
Sorry?
Oh, no, nothing, Carol. Look, you have a nice evening, all right? See you
Yeah.
tomorrow.
Thank you, Laura.
Excuse me.
Yes?
Please. I want... Do you have, for 2 men, a pin?
Oh, yes, of course, if you'd like to come with me.
What is that?
I think that's someone playing the piano. Not bad, is it?
It's magnificent. The technique is rudimentary, but the passion, the feeling...
Yes.
To know suffering and pain like that and to pour it into the music, it's incredible. Please, who is playing?
I don't know. I'll go and see.
Wait. First we must listen to see how he handles the allegro.
Come along, Ben. Let's get our coats and go home.
What do you mean it won't fit? Take the legs off and turn it on its side.
Oh, we tried that. It still wouldn't go down the passage. It's the coffee machine.
Let's use our brains, shall we? Move the coffee machine.
We can't.
Tim?
You had it welded to one of the steel supports, if you remember, Mr. Brittas.
You were worried that the flashing lights might attract a small child and he would climb up, pull the machine on top of himself and be crushed to death.
So what you're saying is it won't go along the corridor?
Mm-hmm. That's right.
Right, let's take it round the outside and through the fire doors.
Well, what about the lorry?
What lorry?
The oil tanker.
It's not still parked there, is it? I don't believe it. I specifically told him we need those doors vitally tonight. Why would he leave it there?
It's a bit of a mystery, that one, Mr. Brittas.
Here's what we do. We jack up the tanker, take the legs off the piano and slide the main frame under the tanker on blankets.
But Mr. Brittas...
It'll fit, Gavin, trust me.
But the doors open outwards.
I know that, Julie.
And the lorry's parked in front of them.
Well, anyone else got any bright ideas?
Excuse me, please.
Yes, Vlad, what is it?
The piano.
Yes, we're just sorting it out now. It's under control.
I must know who was playing it.
What, this piano?
Just now, the sound was so exciting, so perfect.
You heard this piano and it sounded all right, eh?
If I could find who was playing it, I would take them back to the conservatory, to Leningrad, to study with me.
Night, everyone.
The piano sounded all right in here, eh? Right, ladies and gentlemen, I've got the answer.
Mr. Brittas.
Slight change of plan, Linda. We've decided to hold the concert in reception.
What? Why?
Oh, nothing for you to worry about. Just stack the chairs and bring them through, all right? Quick as you can. There's a good girl. Right, Laura, this is the plan. The most expensive seats up here at the front, middle price seats up the stairs but with cushions, and all the rest down back along the corridor as far as the toilets.
You won't hear a great deal from down there, Mr. Brittas, apart from the automatic flushing.
I'm going to switch on the intercom system, Laura. They'll pick up most of it on the tannoy.
They've paid rather a lot of money, haven't they?
It's a charity concert, Laura. People don't come to hear the music.
No, of course not, silly me.
Come on, Linda, further forward, much further forward than that. Start about here, then make your way back down here. Oh, why is this still here? Could someone move this piano, please? Oh, Dad.
Oh, ready when you are, son.
We're still a little bit tied up at the moment, Dad. Could you give us a hand by moving your piano?
Oh, you show me the way.
And just somewhere out of reception. Can I leave that with you?
Yeah.
If you need a hand, just get someone to give you a hand, all right?
Right.
Oh, darling, shouldn't you be getting changed? What? The concert, remember? You were going to wear something special. All right, everyone, looking good. Well done. Quick as you can, Linda, that's the spirit. Well done, everyone. Vladimir! Vlad! Vladimir, I just thought I'd tell you can relax.
Thank you.
Just one small change to the arrangements. We're holding the concert out in reception, but nothing to worry about.
Good.
So, if that's everything, you've got your fruit, you've got your fresh water.
Would it be possible to do something about the noise?
You mean the mood music? What's wrong with it exactly?
I find it rather distracting.
Ah, that's funny. You see, in this country we find it very relaxing. Still, it takes all sorts, eh? Anyone free at the moment? Colin, where's Colin?
Yes, Mr. Brittas?
Colin, over here as quick as you can, please.
I'm a bit tied up at the moment, Mr. Brittas.
Just drop whatever it is, Colin, and come here, will you?
Well, go.
Well, if you're sure.
Don't worry about me. If my Gordon needs you, you go. I'll be all right.
Well, if you're sure.
Colin, we need to turn off the mood music. I want you to go to my office.
Where would you like your father to sit, Mr. Brittas?
Sorry, Laura?
Your father. If you like, I can put him on the front row between you and the mayor.
Very nice thought, Laura. But don't you think you might be a bit uncomfortable?
Why?
Well, it's a very smart affair, Laura. I think you'd be much better off in here.
Sit on a bench in the restroom.
I think so, Laura. Yes, he'll hear most of it. He's a simple man, Laura. I don't think we need to embarrass him by making him feel out of place.
Fine.
Colin, where are you going?
I just
I
thought...
haven't finished telling you what to do yet.
I just thought your father might be...
I wish people would stop worrying about my father. We're trying to organise a concert.
I'm just wondering how long he can hold on for.
Colin, go to my office. There's an orange switch. Hold on to what exactly?
Don't worry, I've got it.
Dad.
I can't help it. I mean, he's not going to play, is he?
I'm afraid not, no.
Mr. Brittas did ask if he'd be prepared to play with just the other hand for half the fee, but he wasn't interested.
Oh, it's all my fault. I mean, Gordon had organised everything so perfectly. I'm just a stupid old man who comes along and messes it all up for him.
Come on now, Dad, don't upset yourself.
Well, how can I not be upset? I've ruined everything. I mean, they've had to cancel the concert. All those disappointed people.
Actually, they haven't.
What?
Cancelled.
But they must. I mean, who else can he possibly find to play?
So I thought, come on, we're all music lovers. Music's why we're here, and by jingo, music is what we're going to have. So, Colin, lights. I'd like to start, ladies and gentlemen, with an old favourite of mine. Something that I'm sure will tug a few heartstrings and stir a few memories. Amen? Hey girl, what you doing down there?
He's not. He is. Oh no, what does he think he's doing?
It could be my fault.
Well, this was your idea.
Well, in a way, you see, We were all standing outside the ambulance waving goodbye to Mr. Petrov, and Mr. Brittas was saying, where are we going to find an internationally famous pianist in the next half hour? And I said, hey kids, why don't we do the show ourselves?
Oh, you didn't.
Just never thought.
Darling, knock 3 times on the ceiling if you want me. Gavin. Twice on the pipe. If the answer is no. Oh, my sweetness means you'll be in the hallway. Twice on the pipe. If the answer is no.
What a man!
You know what you were saying earlier about how important it is for parents to give their children every confidence in their abilities, Mr. Brittas?
Oh, Jim, please.
Well, I was wondering what would happen, Jim, if you gave someone an unshakable confidence in their abilities when they didn't actually have any.
I think you'd be in trouble there.
That's what I thought.
All together now, last chorus. Come on, Mayor, rattle your chains. Oh, my darling, knock 3 times on the ceiling if you want me. Gavin, twice on the pipe if the answer is no. Oh, my sweetness, all together in the hallway. Twice on the pipe means you ain't going to show.